All right, I think we've made it this time. Hi, Tour. Hi, Riot.
Hi, Consuela.
Hello.
Hopefully everyone on the stream is seeing and hearing everything okay. I had internet issues and last week when we tried to do this, and it in the end boiled down to, have you tried restarting your modem? And no, I had not. So everything is all restarted. Checks and double checks have been conducted. So I'm very confident that I'm also knocking on some wood that we're going to be just fine today.
Yeah, everything's looking good on stream. Yeah, it was obviously disappointing, but really appreciate Riot's grace with not getting flustered with us or anything.
Yes. And, getting to meet with Riot today has been, I feel like, something very long in the making because trying to get scheduled and get things handled and, busy seasons with events and creating. And so to have it go south the last time, I'm like, really? On the one person, it's taken a good amount of time to find everything aligned, And so it happens. You can't let that get to you too much. Yeah, it's frustrating in the moment, but we're here now, and I'm not going to dwell on that anymore. So I'm releasing that. I'm letting that go, and we're here to enjoy Riot today. I'm very excited to have Riot. I have been a fan of yours, a consumer of your fine wares for many years across many avatars, because I'm an altaholic, but I'm really glad to get to talk to you today and learn more about your story.
My little gremlin self. Hello. I'm so happy to be here.
All right, Tour, go
ahead. Just to echo that, I'm also quite a fan of the Riot brand, but this is going a little bit behind the brand, so we're going to be taking a peek beyond just the storefront, which brings us to the beginning, which is a wonderful place to start. How did you first find out about Second Life? What brought you into the grid in the first place, and how was your first experience in this strange, wonderful world?
My first experience was terrifying. But
yes,
whose is it? It took a really long time for me. I've been in virtual worlds since about 2003. I was a 14-year-old kid who really wanted to play Sims Online with my friends.
Yes, Sims.
Yes, and so, but I had dial-up, the worst of the worst dial-up, and I couldn't get it installed. So I sent away for an installer disk. And I don't know, signals got crossed somehow. I got a installer for there.com. So that led into my very first virtual world.
That's an obscure one, but I'm familiar with it.
It is very obscure, but everything lined up just right. And I ended up being in there during one of the big shutdown fear times. And a lot of people jumped ship to Second Life. So some of my friends came over. I got brought over too. So I've been in Second Life since about 2004, and it's been quite a ride. A lot of accounts that I have made and forgotten, and made again and forgotten again. And
so you weren't an intentional altaholic; it was just accidental.
No, it was totally accidental. I kept making Riot last name and then forgetting my last name.
Oh no!
So I couldn't log in.
No. Oh gosh.
But
then that prompts me to ask why Riot every time.
In there, I was already Riot Girl. Some of you guys might know me from there. So I was Riot Girl in there.com, and I would love to say that it was because I was woke and a part of the Riot Girl movement back then, but I was just a kid and I liked Good Charlotte. So that gave birth to Riot Girl, and then through that I ended up learning about the Riot Girl movement, and I just kept the name. for all of these years. Please do not count them many years.
Well, I feel like this is a great opportunity. For those who are unfamiliar with the Riot Girl movement, what would you say about it?
I would say women rule the world.
Yes. Um, but yeah, it was very much a feminist punk sort of advocacy and movement. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, started in the Pacific Northwest up there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially in the Portland area, and it kind of spread from there. Portland's always been a little bit ahead of its time.
Yes, absolutely.
But
Portland is great.
It was definitely something that needed to spread. It was something that needed to happen. And I am glad that it has led this far. Not just for me, but for all women.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay. So you've left a string of alts littering Second Life with some variation of Riot. But you said your first experience on the grid was terrifying, and what was that?
Well, my first actual times, it was really early when Lyndon still had to teleport you around. You couldn't even teleport yourself. So those times I was always like lost and a little perpetually shy and afraid to ask anybody to help me, so I would just log in and get stuck and log back out. But my first time where I was actually able to teleport around, a friend of mine thought it would be really funny to bring me to one of those like adult gymnasiums.
Oh no.
And I didn't know how to leave. So I logged out, and that account is abandoned somewhere, that there was an adult gymnasium in 2004.
That poor Riot.
Exactly, that poor Riot. She's a different person.
Oh no. Oh gosh. And yeah, and that was early SL adult stuff, so
that was back in the day where like you had to go to a freebie island and grab some stuff, and that one looked like she might have been a ceiling fan.
What?
She was wearing this weird flexi skirt that was pure silver and just hung down in this way. It looked like a ceiling fan.
Amazing.
And
like
she
is
living in a gymnasium somewhere.
I feel like there's a series there, like discovering all the lost Riots and where they are now.
Well, if anybody can find one, please let me know my password.
Oh man.
So that kind of leads me to ask, well, not that, but the culmination of things that you said. As far as establishing the Riot store and deciding on kind of a theme, would you say that that like the Riot Girl movement is kind of an underlying seed in your kind of styling in the inception of the store, or was that still something you got into later?
It was something that I got into a little bit later. It has sort of helped with the style, but my friends also helped me with this style, especially Ashley Andrew from Garbaggio. I am constantly spitting out ideas of things that I want and things that I've seen and things that inspire me, and then I will kind of like, I'm like a little kid, I'll drop it on the floor and walk away. And Ash gets frustrated by my lack of follow through and will kind of come and like clean up those ideas and make them a reality. So if you ever see something that looks really, really cool at my store, just inspect it. It's probably Ash and not even me.
I see.
Like there's a beautiful mural at the Riot South District, which is where I host like seasonal marketplaces for other creators. And that mural was entirely Ash. Like it's a beautiful mural made just for me with all of my pets on it.
Oh, nice, nice. Yeah, and you were getting into a little bit of your pets, and that you do a little bit of first life fashion design in the in the pet world.
If you want me to
If
show
we can say
pictures,
that.
I can. Do you want me to bring
Go
it up
for
and show
it.
people?
Go
Okay.
for
Start
it.
talking about it. I'll work on that. I'll get it
Yes,
up.
tell the world.
Okay. I've been practicing my real life sewing. So I firmly believe that practicing real life arts will carry into Second Life and vice versa.
Yes.
So I've started practicing sewing again, and this time it's not like the last times where I've dropped it and left it. I've been making stuff, and I have been creating for my dog Cecilia.
Who
Because
is
she's
adorable.
my main muse.
Absolutely.
It's her world.
Everyone
and I'm
needs a
just
muse.
living in it. Yeah. So I've made this beautiful gown that she's going to be wearing for her birthday photo shoot because I am crazy. And I've made some other dresses and stuff for her, and I'm going to be making some dresses for a rescue in Colorado for their gala that they host every year for fundraiser. So that they can raise money. It's a puppy hospice named Pepper's Dog Sanctuary in the Denver, Colorado area.
I put your
I'm just
other
having
dress up
so
for
much
people to
fun.
enjoy as well.
Oh, I'm so glad.
And we can put the link
I've
in the
just had so much
description
fun.
to the hospice
Yes.
as well.
That would be great.
Yes, we'll put that
Yes.
there.
The Pepper's dogs are fantastic. I have a soft spot for pitties. So Harley girl is one of my favorites. And then the little black and white dog is Tula, who is an absolute angel and will present her tummy for pets whenever you walk in a room.
That is so cute. I love them.
All right, let me get away from the dogs. We'll bring our focus back in, but I love this so much.
Oh, but dogs.
So and that kind of raises a tangential question to me, which is how are you finding sewing? Like, do you have any prior experience with it, or are you just jumping into it and doing this amazing work?
I am severely ADHD and I have autism too. And I have my whole family has the I can do anything autism. And not the I can do anything I set my mind to. It's just I can do that. That overconfident, I can do that. So I've picked up sewing a few different times through the years and never really followed through with it like I have this time. At this time something just clicked and I was like, yeah, I can do that. So I've just been I swear she was okay, but I put a t-shirt on Cecilia and wrapped tape around it so that way I could make a dress form of her. And so this time I've just been laying fabric over that dress form and tracing it out and making my own little patterns and sewing them together, making her these little dresses. And a new service dog harness. Cecilia is a medical alert dog.
Oh, I love that.
So I've done a whole bunch. So that explains a little bit of my madness. She is my little hero. Yeah. So I repay that. She is bringing a toy. I am sorry for the squeaking that is about to happen.
We don't trust me. Nobody minds the squeaking.
She is my absolute hero. So she has been a muse, and she medically helps me so that I can keep going and keep doing this stuff and keep learning new things that do come into Second Life too, because now I know how to make a pattern that much better. I know how seams work that much better. And it kind of just, it's a flow state. And I have created a nice little space for myself where it's curing burnout, it's teaching me things, and I'm just having a great time.
That's amazing. That is really good. So in Second Life, What other kinds of things do you get up to outside of the store? Like
Chaos.
chaos. Chaos
I
and
like how you
pandemonium.
said that.
Yeah. All right.
Sounds like
all
you
right.
relish the chaos.
Chaos. I want to make an alt because I'm constantly trying to feel like I'm on my best behavior. Because I'm a store owner and I'm like, I've got to behave a certain way because I'm a store owner and I gotta be
Put
this
on the
certain way for
professional
my
face.
brand.
Yeah.
I understand that feeling.
And I also, it's not any of you guys' fault. I love you so much, but I do find that when I go out, I am Riot, and I'm like this. I have people with these preconceived ideas of who I am and what I am, and maybe because they heard a story from a friend of a friend, or just whatever. Maybe they saw me in a picture at a certain place that they have ideas about, and it does change how I'm treated. I've gone to some sims where they've had like impromptu parties in my honor, and I am truly just such a gremlin. I'm really shy and I feel like I don't deserve this stuff. I really am just somebody who I just wanted to play Sims with my friends when I was a kid. And now it's led to this path where like thousands, like literally 100,000 people know who I am. And I'm eternally grateful for it, but I'm also a little like too shy, and I'm just like, I don't deserve this, you guys. I just spend too much time online. So, like, I just want to make my little alt and be a weirdo with you guys.
Yeah, just remember its name.
You should do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just a weird little gremlin that so stresses for my dog. Like, you don't need to have a party.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, it sounds like you have many alts. You just need to remember them, and then you can go out and be a gremlin. Maybe not at the adult gymnasium, or if
maybe
you want.
Not there.
You know.
Yeah. It was a little scary.
Out of curiosity, is there a, I suppose, preferred way that people interacting with you in public would set you a bit more at ease? Is it just like you just want people to be more chill, or like less highlighting your celebrity, or what?
I think probably the less highlighting. Like I very much love that you guys enjoy the things that I make, and I love making things that other people love. I love that feeling of that I'm enriching other people's time. But at the same time, I don't feel like I'm at all special just because I know how to like mesh or texture stuff. So just treat me like you would your friend. Jump right into a conversation. Like, you don't even need to do the small talk. Like, just jump right into a conversation with me and I will chat with you. I am a certified yapper.
I think that's good advice. I do want to kind of put a thought in your head, just to sit with, not trying to like sway or push any which way, but just I know that for a lot of people, you know, when we're putting together our avatar in Second Life and putting together that aesthetic, you know, the avatar is like a projection of ourselves in some manner, or some mental image of ourselves. And you know, I know I totally feel where you're coming from with that kind of general realistic humility of your own work, but also, you know, keep in mind that in many cases, your creations end up being a very central part of someone's realization of the aesthetic they're trying to present in here. So it isn't just like a small thing. You know, SL fashion and such is a very big part of the grid, and it allows people to communicate themselves better to others and to even to themselves. So, you know, just another perspective to play around with.
I hadn't thought about it that way. Thank you.
Yeah. So you at one time wanted to play Sims online with your friends. Do you still get up to any gaming today? Or is that kind of behind you?
Oh yeah, I when I have time, I definitely do. I bought the Tomodachi game recently, like it just came out. But I spent my weekend drawing weird clothes in Tomodachi life for my friends and their strange little aesthetics. You can see one of them on my Facebook page. It is a lot. But
I'm going to Facebook right now because I want to see.
It is crazy. Full disclosure. But yeah, I've been doing that. There's days where I'll be a little overwhelmed and I'll still just log into like Red Dead Online and go fishing.
Yes.
I just find a lot of joy in the little things like that. Or playing Sims. I got really into Coral Island this year. And there's a little garden life simulator. It was just a few dollars on Steam that consumed 3 days of my life. I did nothing but get all the plant breeds and all the seeds.
Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
So I'm going to say on Facebook, I have not seen it. Is it on your Riot SL page, or do you have a page specific to your avatar?
It is just on my personal profile, which kind of is just my... I use that more than I use my page.
Okay.
We'll have to... Is it under Riot Daddy, or is it under something else?
Let me link you.
Yes, please. Thank you.
I have no separation between, like, me as an avatar and me as a brand. It's just kind of all me.
It's all you, yeah.
Which has made me a little bit more sensitive to criticisms and some of the darker sides of Second Life. But also, like, that much more, I'm weaved into my brand. I cannot separate myself from it.
Yeah.
That makes sense to me. I mean, the brand is an extension of you, so.
Yeah. That's a good segue. Riot the brand as a store in Second Life. When did that start? How did it start? What got you deciding I want to make a thing?
I don't know, maybe 14 years ago, I had a moment of rebellion where I wanted to separate myself from Riot. And I'm not sure exactly what led up to that. I think I was just in a little chaotic phase of my life. I was in my early 20s, and I wasn't sure where I wanted to go or what I wanted to do. I did just receive a really big diagnosis medically, and it kind of derailed the whole train for me. I was in biology and everything before that, and I ended up jumping into, well, online is going to end up being my future, or disability is going to be my future. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with being on disability, but I was in my early 20s and I was watching what I had for my idea of what my life would be circle the drain. So I had this like moment of rebellion where I wanted to shed everything that was behind me at that point and go in a different direction. And I ended up in Second Life, and I ended up starting a different brand because I didn't know how to mesh yet. I was just doing texture work, and I was just trying to find myself, and it never fit, like, at all. I couldn't, like, no matter how much I struggled, I could not make it fit, and I wasn't happy. I ended up coming into contact with a couple different creators. Some of them were from there.com, and some of them were just in real life gaming. One of them that really led the way and actually taught me how to use like 3ds Max and how to UV and do all of the like normal maps and AOs and stuff. His name is Paul Neal. He's never been in Second Life. He's never created here, but I knew him from there.com. And he's an amazingly talented 3D artist. And I would see his work and be like, yeah, I could see myself maybe learning this stuff. And then I ended up, by chance, becoming friends with Jay Brushwood, who is also a senior animator at Star Citizen. And he has a whole bunch of credits behind him. He had tragically passed away a few years ago, but he is the one that solidified my path in Second Life. And originally Second Life was my means to learn how to do 3D so that I could transition into the gaming industry. I really wanted to work for Valve. So I was like, I'm going to work on Riot. I'm going to like move back into my name and my brand in my comfortable space and really learn.
Nope. You
oh no. Where did I cut?
So you wanted to lean back into your brand and really learn.
Yeah. So I really wanted to like lean back in and learn this stuff so that way I could go work for Valve. I really wanted to work on their games.
Right.
So I just kind of jumped in with both feet. I, again, had that like autistic ADHD, like I can do that. And just started meshing. I very suddenly quit my job in real life and I was just standing in the middle of a Walmart with like people walking past me and I'm just standing there staring blankly at whatever it was in front of me, planning what I was going to do, and I could so clearly see where I wanted to be and what I wanted to achieve. And by some miracle, I ended up here. But my path, that train derailed again, and I never left for Valve. I loved it here so much. I love the freedom that customers give me. I love, like I said, enriching their experience in the game. I love learning. I love having that freedom to learn at my pace. And I love just being able to make exactly what I want to make and what I'm feeling and vibing with at that moment.
Mm-hmm. So,
yeah, especially then trying to get direction from someone else. And go ahead, Consuela.
I was going to say, because I never got to show her Tamagotchi, it seemed like a good segue into showing what she was creating for Tamagotchi Life.
Yeah, Tamagotchi Life.
So I put it up on the stream. I just switched it over. So it almost looks like the paper dolls, like Second Life was doing, the Project Mesh Revolution.
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, oh wait, it took a minute. I looked at it. I was like, nope, but it looks like it. That's amazing.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, speaking on creating what you are in the mood to create, here's an example. That's so amazing.
I love that.
I love it.
It's chaos.
Yes. Beautiful chaos.
Yes. All right. So now I'm back on us. I wanted to make sure I got to show that.
So in the course of that, you created Riot. What did it start out selling originally? Did you jump straight into clothing?
I jumped straight in. I jumped in with like both feet. I jumped into things that most clothing creators hate. My very first outfit was a men's t-shirt and the Brody jeans. So I jumped straight into denim.
We love your denim.
Which a lot of people avoid. I jumped right in.
Your denim. I have to say that.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm sure you do.
Now,
I think that was one of the things for us that, like I said, I already knew your brand, and then when Tor and I started doing matchy, like your brand, I was like, hey, we can wear the same pants. Like, I'm so excited about that there was like a men's version and a women's version, and Tour can speak to the topic we often bring up, is that he doesn't have a lot of choices as a male in Second Life. There's more. It's getting better. But never had that problem with you. So thank you.
You're welcome. I loved making... I jumped straight into menswear for my first several releases. And then over time, I was like, hey, wait a minute. I want to wear something I made too. So I started doing the unisex instead. And that is where my brand took off, was making those unisex releases. And of course, I still make like female only and male only stuff. But unisex is kind of where I've been most at home.
I really do appreciate the unisex stuff. Like Consuela said, it's really nice to have the matchy, but there's kind of something to the way that you release them, because you put a lot of care into not just nudging it to fit both bodies, but actually being intentional about like, this is the slight adjustments that would be for like the male version versus the female version, and it really shows, and it shows a great deal of care and attention to detail, which is really cool.
I don't love doing things halfway, but I am also a believer of just do it and you can do it better later. So I have spent a lot of time watching how clothes move on different bodies and body types, not just different people, but different body types, and trying to make sure that things have their flow and that wrinkles are in the right places and things are falling at the right lengths, and even like riding up at the right lengths. So I'm glad that shows through.
I've definitely appreciated that about your work, because I've been all kinds of shapes, and I look good in all of your stuff, no matter if I'm slim or thick or what have you. And so that's one of my frustrations when I'm more in the curvier side, is you can tell what things were clearly made for a skinny avatar. So, it's a little disappointing when you really want to wear something, but it's not going to look good unless you dramatically alter, your shape. And so never had that problem with your brand. So thank you for that.
I have never been a stranger to altering something to fit a different body type. Like, I know that we choose our bodies very intentionally here. We choose our heads and everything very intentionally. We like how things look and how things fit, and maybe something different from our real life or something similar to our real life. And I know how important it is to have something fit in a way that looks good on that body in particular, instead of just looks exactly like the ad on the skinny avatar.
Yeah, we can tell.
So walk through a little bit of your design process. Do you take inspirations from things you see in First Life? Do you tend towards trying to conceive of like whole outfits in one go? I know your pieces can be mixed and matched easily, but is that kind of part of it? Just walk us through that a little bit.
My creation process is where my ADHD shines in the best and the worst ways. If you were to dig in my files, you'd be horrified. Because
I would be fascinated, but go on.
I'll either see an outfit in real life that I saw somebody wear, or I will buy an item so that way I can put it on and stand in the mirror and like wiggle around a little bit and see how the wrinkles are. Or I've been known to buy items for family members so that they can do that for me too. And I have at times approached strangers and been like, hey, you look so good. I love your outfit. This is what I do for work. Can I take your picture real quick?
That's
wow. How does that go over?
I am a little weirdo. I've never had somebody tell me no.
Oh, I love that.
Most people are very flattered. So it's been great. They've just done the like, don't show my face. And I've never ever shown a picture of them. But yeah, I'll just go up and be like, "You look so good. Your outfit, I love your style." And people love that. They love a compliment. So,
of course.
my outfits will start like that. Sometimes they'll start with a piece or an idea. Like my Beth outfit, it was a Western outfit, and I wanted fringe. That's all I knew was I wanted fringe in this game so bad.
Yeah, I do.
And I couldn't
you do
find
make fringe.
any.
Aren't you
love
wearing some fringe today? Look at you.
Yes,
I
I've
see
got
it.
my little
I see
tassels
it.
on.
Yep.
But I wanted fringe, and so that one, I started with the jacket. Like I started looking for a jacket that had fringe on it, and my mom had a jacket very similar to the Beth jacket that she loved when she was growing up, except it had very short fringe on it, so I just made it a lot longer. And then I was like, oh well, this would pair really good with some jeans, like a slight bootcut jean and a tank top. So that outfit kind of evolved on its own in this mix of I want fringe and I want nostalgia and comfort. So sometimes things move that way of like, this is the vibe that I want, this is the feeling that I want. And sometimes they just evolve very chaotically. Like my new outfit that's at Access, I knew I wanted a wet shirt. I did not know what to put with it. So it started with a Speedo. And then
that's a great place to start.
Yeah, I meshed all of these items and then I just wasn't feeling it. So they are in my files. That's what I mean by like this, it's chaos in there. So I meshed a complete Speedo. I didn't like it. I meshed some swim shorts. I did not like them. I meshed some jeans that were going to be open in the front with some like whitey tighties underneath. I wasn't vibing with those either. So I ended up making the shorts, like the 2-layer shorts, because I remembered that somebody told me they really wanted like more biker athletic shorts from me. So if you ever tell me, hey, I'd love to see this from your brand, it might take me a few years, but I'll get there. Like eventually I will remember and get there.
It'll go in the notes pile.
Yeah, like sometimes it evolves very chaotically, and sometimes it's a very defined idea from the start, and sometimes I'm just chasing a feeling.
Yeah, so I'm putting it up on screen now because I did notice that release. And so I guess part of me is a little sad that it started with a Speedo, but it didn't end there.
Yeah, she does like to get me in a Speedo.
I do, I do.
The Speedo will eventually see the light of day. It just wasn't meant for that outfit.
Gotcha.
In my head.
Gotcha. I look forward to it. Whenever it comes, I'll still be here, even if it's a couple years.
Because I'll be here too.
Well, if you know, we have a thing where every 100 subs or so, I end up having to do some sort of show in a Speedo. So
he, I guess, non-committally committed, unintentionally committed to being in a Speedo.
I agreed to do it once. And
every 100
ran
subs.
with it and said,
He's now been in a Speedo for me 6 times, and we're about to be on the 7th time. So I don't know if your Speedo is going to be available when we hit 700 subs, but if it is, I think you should wear it.
Oh, what should the 700 subs to Speedo look like? Like, what should it be? Should it be like super thin, like a little bit of butt floss going on?
Oh, he knows how to rock some butt floss, that's for sure. He's not afraid of that. So
I just did one like
he
that.
Did.
Though.
He did.
So I think some variety would be well suited.
That's him trying to like slyly get out of butt floss, but I am all in favor of butt floss. If you all don't know what I'm referencing, you need to go to the channel and look at the last video posted. Not the short, but the video before that. And he is rocking butt floss. Like, rocking is an understatement. So, just check it out after this. Don't watch it right now. We're talking to Riot. And he is good. I'm trying to get him to do red carpet interviews in a Speedo. I want like a sequin Speedo for that.
Oh, I got you.
So if that's what you're working toward, Riot, we are not doing the SLVCG red carpet until when is that? February. So next February. So if you need
I've got
time to work up to the sequin Speedo, he was going to wear almost like a
Formal
pimp
Speedo.
chatty kind of fur, big like coat with it. So we're trying to work up his red carpet Speedo look. So I'll plant that seed with you because you sound like the right person for it.
I'm chaos.
You
the more
exactly
chaotic a release and an idea is, the
exactly.
faster I will do it.
There you go.
There is a reason why the Borat Speedo was one of my first releases.
Oh. Do you have the Borat Speedo tour?
I was evaluating that as an option.
I think you should own it.
I think it needs a version 2. It might need some sequin.
Oh, there we go. I love this idea.
Oh gosh.
I will jump on a conversation about Speedos in a heartbeat. Like that just lights me up, in case you haven't noticed.
When I say that I'm a chaotic little gremlin, like this is the stuff that I feed off
I
of.
can tell. And I'm here for it.
I am the troll beneath the bridge.
I
Instead
will
of riddles,
feed
I
you.
want Speedos.
I will feed you all day, every day.
Oh, gosh.
Perfect.
Oh my gosh.
All right, Tour, go ahead.
So, let's see. Out of curiosity, is there any part of your craft over the years? You know, you've been at this for some time. Is there any part of it that you have found that you've either had some significant struggle with, or that you feel like you've improved the most at, or where would you say those sort of skill hurdles in the past land for you?
My struggles are still very much my struggles. It's constantly work in progress. I think my confidence with creating and being able to actually make and realize the things that are in my head is pretty good. I'm not worried about anything mesh-wise. For me, my biggest troubles have been marketing, especially, and customer-facing jobs, because, like I said, I'm very, very woven into Second Life, so sometimes those criticisms and every creator has some abuse and stuff that happens. Like those things do definitely put me off and lead me right down that burnout path really fast. So I struggle really hard with the marketing and the customer support burnout. I think that's my worst part, but also I'm constantly struggling with my ADHD. I struggle really hard with schedule keeping, and I have really severe time blindness, and I've always felt terrible about it. I'm definitely one of those people that's riding the deadlines and paying for my extensions, and I always feel horrible about it. There have been times where I've been left in tears because I feel so bad. That I am always that person that's last minute. I feel bad for the customers. I feel bad for my event hosts, and I'm perpetually sorry and apologetic for that.
But is this where your manager helps you?
She tries. Okay. But I definitely have the avoidant for ADHD type where I'm like the little kid where you're like, take the trash out, and I'm like, no, you can't make it. So she'll be like,
you end up feeling bad about it later anyway.
She'll be like, upload that thing to Marketplace. And I'm like, I can't, I'm going away. I'm going to the farm. But I'm very, very avoidant to everybody's frustration, including my own. It's heartbreaking to try to struggle with something that you really have no control over. But also know, like, I'm an adult and I should have control over this, but I don't. And it's just, there's a lot of frustration in that.
One of the kind of underlying goals that we have with Behind the Brand is to humanize creators and and bring up this kind of aspect of things, because consumers do kind of just, think, attention go in and product comes out or whatever. And that aspect is kind of lost. And I would be curious, and please feel free to say no if you're not comfortable with it, but I would be curious if you have a particular, customer abuse type horror story you would be willing to share, just as an example of some of this stuff that you end up having to deal with that you shouldn't have to, just because of basic human courtesy.
I actually, I'm very open about it. I'm gonna censor some of the stuff because
Of course, yeah.
Too horrible.
Yeah.
I've kind of had all types. My very first bad experience, I was sitting in my skybox with some friends when somebody came into my store, and he messaged me that my sign was crooked. And all I said was, how so? I didn't see it crooked, so I was just like, how so? And he went on this tirade about how I was a man-hating lesbian.
What?
And I refer to it lovingly now. He foretold the prophecy, because through Second Life, I have discovered my own queerness and everything too. But at the time, he teleported throughout the night over 100 people into my store to come and call me a man-hating lesbian.
What?
Wow.
How does someone like that have that many friends?
I know. So I had to keep banning all of these people over and over again, and when they stopped teleporting in, instead they were messaging me, and they were putting pics in their profile leading to my store about how Riot, the horrible man-hating lesbian, has stupid clothes and is so mean. So that was my first one, and if you had told me then that it was going to be one of the nicer people, I wouldn't have believed you. I think one of the worst ones was he told me that he would assault me bloody.
Oh gosh.
And then started doxing my store manager and going after her real life family. I think that one was that's the one where I stopped making menswear for a little while because the abuse was getting so severe and the threats were getting scarier. And I've had people threaten my life and everything. So it has been really scary throughout time, and I am stubborn enough that I've stuck around, but it's not for whatever reason with my store, it's not the usual angry customers that are just mad and demanding a refund. We have seen a lot of very real, very scary threats, and real life consequence for that. So that has not been great.
Yeah, and that's
right.
Really sad and concerning, and also part of the reason why we're not doing the interview in your store. You were just worried, right, that there might be some disturbance.
So they could be my store customers have been a little bit silly. So I was just very concerned that we might end up with somebody in a Speedo being walked
but that's okay.
behind us on a leash.
Oh, well, the leash, that might be okay too. But a Speedo
would have been okay, yeah. Which would have been silly and fun. But sometimes there has been situations that make me feel a little unsafe to appear at my store sometimes.
That's sad though. Yeah. I mean, we're happy to do it here. We're actually in SLU headquarters, which we've never shot from before. We have it set up for it, but we had never shot from it. So we were happy to do it for your interview. But I was sad at the same time that, just out of concern for any kind of, potential disruption, that we're just going to do it somewhere else. So.
Right. At least here it is my real life animals that are the disturbance.
And we are happy with that.
My kitty would like to say hello.
Oh, sure.
The animals.
Oh.
Yes, I heard a little play.
She's over my shoulder.
Aww.
The animals joining in stream, I don't think is a disturbance.
No.
I think I think the people love that.
The drool down my arm is a little disturbing.
Well, it just means that they love you.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a cat that drools? It's a little strange.
I have. When my cat Boomer got very, very old in age, he drooled a fair bit, especially when his tongue just kind of would hang out of his mouth. And I'd have to poke it back in. He wouldn't notice it.
I don't even have that old excuse. This one is young, but she was raised by dogs.
Okay.
She was found on a ranch in California at 5 weeks old. And she was really hurt and ended up at a vet's office where my cousin at the time was working. So she's now mine, and she was raised by my Labrador Brody and my cousin's dog Hubert. So she just has taken up the bad habits of dogs.
Well, you know, it's dogs have habits. They enjoy their life in their own way.
They do.
They do.
They do very much.
Oh gosh. I kind of want to read that comment.
Oh, yeah, the one that just showed up.
What is that?
Yeah, you go for it.
You want me to? So from, is it Winglefoo or Winglefowl? Yeah. Riot is such a kind person. She helped me at a point in my life when I was really depressed, and I never forgot that. Heart emoji.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so glad.
All right. So, tell a little bit more. I'm curious about the structure of Riot, because you said you had like a kind of manager partner in crime, so to speak. Do you have anyone else who helps out, or anyone else you kind of collaborate with on this? I know it's all like you as far as the creation side of things, but
I have some amazing store chat moderators that help me in my group. Tay is my manager. She's been with me. We figured it out last night that she's been with me for about 8 years.
Okay.
Woo.
So she was here really early on. She's not here with us today, but it's her turn to be the chaos and away from the computer. So she's been with me for a really long time, and she has introduced me to a lot of the store moderators. So there's her and them. And otherwise, it's kind of been it. I have a few other creators that help me out, keeping me on track, or just helping me with my realization of ideas, like especially Ashley Andrew of Garbaggio.
Okay, yeah.
We've done a lot of collaborating together. They would say no and not to talk about them, but I'm talking anyway. You can't stop me. So there's been a lot of moments where I kind of like lose track, or I don't know how to do something that they know how to do, and other creators will help me out and show me how to do something that I don't know how to do. And my goal is always to help them realize something too. Like, I will Ash has said that I'm gonna word it wrong, but that I am like aggressively helpful in the way that I will like force you to better yourself.
Oh.
Like, I will force you into success and realizing
that.
like where you want to be.
I love that.
Like, if there's something that I see that somebody is struggling on, I will inject myself into that and be like, hey, I know a quicker and easier way to do that. Like, do you want me to screen share? I'll screen share. Like, I am very outgoing, and I just want everybody to achieve every one of their goals.
That's
and
amazing.
Be exactly where they want to be. So I am aggressively helpful.
It sounds to me like people would be very fortunate to call you a friend.
I'm also a little bit of a gremlin. So. but
that just keeps things interesting.
Exactly. I always want to I want people to be able to like look back and remember me as somebody that helped them, even if maybe our friendship didn't bloom or didn't go the way that we wanted. Like I want people to be able to look back and be like, well, she did help me with this or that, and I helped with this or that with her store too. Like I like having that build each other up.
I feel like we're getting testimonials in the chat. We just had Veronica Nightfire say that she really is one of the best humans on SL. When a series of unfortunate events led to us losing our space for a fundraising event, Riot stepped up and offered us her land immediately.
They're forever grateful. I feel like your approach to things, that very community collaborative approach, is very much in the spirit of the Riot Girl movement, because I know that it is also fiercely like anti-capitalist and kind of opposed to the whole trying to keep everyone else down sort of society that all the big money in the world tries to create. So yeah,
I have described myself as like a barefoot hippie with flowers in my hair. We all need money to survive. That is the world that's been built around us, especially as somebody who born, raised, lived in the USA my whole life. We're a corporation hiding behind a country's name. So we all need money, but I've never wanted or desired more than I need. And my main goal is to make sure that we can all achieve all of our goals, because when we are in a sort of like harmony with each other, where we're all helping each other, we're all realizing our goals, the world is a better place. And if I can bring that dynamic even just a little bit into Second Life, it's going to make Second Life that much more enjoyable for me. When I first started here, we were kind of in a dynamic where people would be helpful at face value, but when you started really needing something more, you couldn't always find that help. Like if you wanted to know how a certain creator was doing this or that, you were often either like misled, or you would just get kind of ghosted entirely. And I never wanted to be that person that ghosted another person. I always wanted to be as helpful as people were to me. So I kind of built that up around myself. And I realized, like, the Mr. Rogers thing, be the change you want to see in the world. I came into it and was like, if I can achieve this and I can help these people achieve this, then it's going to spread out, and those people are going to help more people, and it just uplifts everybody. And I have been able to like build a very solid, very large group around me, like an astonishingly large group of creators around me that have been so helpful to everybody else. And I love finding a new brand and helping them up, or even an established brand that maybe wants an easier way to do something, and help them up, and they'll help me too. And even just helping somebody else will help me, because sometimes I'll learn something in the process, and it's just been so rewarding to be able to help people and be able to watch these little communities flourish. And I love that so much.
I really admire that. Given that you have what sounds like a very, very giving heart, do you find ever that you sometimes overcommit? How do you navigate that?
I do it a lot. I try not to knock myself for it, because being kind and being giving and being helpful is not a bad trait.
Correct. Yes.
It can sometimes burn me out a little bit, and it can lead to some like sadness and disappointment when it backfires at times.
Hmm.
But where it might backfire with one person, and one person may not appreciate those efforts, or may take them and run with them and like neener in my face, and I try not to let that influence me the next time. Or if it does influence me the next time, I'll just be maybe a little bit more cautious, but I try not to put up a guard on myself or on other people. Like, everybody's different, so I try not to judge the next for what happened behind. But it happens, and I don't try to think about it as a negative thing for me, or even the other people. Like, everybody's in their own situation, and sometimes people can need to take more than they can give, and that's just where those people are at that moment. And I always hope that they grow, and I always root them on later. But it's just where people end up, and it's not a poor reflection on me, and it's not necessarily a poor reflection on them.
Very good. I think that's a very healthy attitude to have.
Good, because my friends would say that I'm doing too much and I need to pull back.
Connecting that to Second Life and Riot more specifically, how do you choose the events that you participate in, and navigate that whole process? Because every creator seems to handle the energy of events very differently.
I handle it a little bit more differently than most. At first, it was me just going to my favorite events. Like, I started in a way that, like, event owners would tell me to shut up right now. But I started out by being extremely bold in a very annoying way. I put together a note card full of like pictures of works in progress that I had made, and like being like, I swear I know how to rig, it's just that I don't have the rig kits yet. And I swear I know how to mesh this thing, I just haven't been able to release it yet because I don't have a rig kit yet. So it started out kind of like that, where I would shoot that note card off to first body creators. And Sidian from Slink was my hero. She gave me my first kit, and that led to everybody else giving me my kits.
Yeah.
So I got those, and then I started chaotically sending those note cards with my first whips, and sometimes even like boxed items that I had made, and I sent them to all of the event owners for events that I wanted to be in. And some of them would be like, well, okay, but you got a pinky promise you'll make menswear. And I'd be like, oh yeah, I pinky swear I will make it. Or some people would be like, well, this is the type of thing that we're really needing a gap filled on. And I'd be like, I swear I will make that thing. With me only halfway knowing how to do this stuff, like it was very chaotic. So I started out that way, and then as I grew and started like expanding my colors and expanding the options that I was doing and making full outfits, some of the events I literally outgrew because I was making too many items in too many colors for their prim limits. So some of them I had to pull back, like very reluctantly had to pull back from. And then as things kept evolving and the brand kept growing, I started getting a little bit more picky with the events that I would do and the types of items that I would make. Like, I got to a point where I felt it was unethical for me to keep continuing gacha, like even before it was done. And it's not to knock anybody who makes gacha. I know that they're really fun to make, especially since gacha invites you to make something out of the ordinary. So like, they're fun to make, but I personally felt like it was unethical for me to be charging my customers for items that they were not receiving. If you want that rare and you keep pulling and pulling and pulling and you keep getting that same common, like I just didn't love doing that to my
Mhm.
customers. So I pulled
Right.
back from gotcha events first. And then I started pulling back from a couple other events because the owner maybe was a little shady, or maybe they were supporting like there was one event that I left very sadly and very reluctantly after arguing a little bit with the owner
Mm.
because they were allowing somebody who was a repeat racist in the
Mm.
event.
Mm.
And I'm definitely one of those super opinionated people that
Good.
is like, if you allow a Nazi to sit at the table
Mm.
and 10 other people sit at that table, there's
It's a
11
Nazi
Nazis
table.
at that table.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if there's somebody racist in the event and they're repeatedly racist and not apologetic and do not pull back, I will approach an event owner and be like, hey, if they're in it, I'm not in it.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. So I had to pull back from a couple because of that. So now I'm just in a couple different events that have supported, like fully supported that aspect of my belief system, and they've either removed bad actors or no.
Oh, you cut
So
out. Okay, gotcha.
oh no,
Removed bad actors or what?
or never supported them to begin with.
Mhm.
So I'm super appreciative of the events that I'm in right now, allowing me such space to force my opinions on others.
Well,
But
this is a good opportunity to
Yeah.
shout out the Good Apple events that are a bit more responsive to that kind of thing. So if you wanted
right.
to,
I'm not saying that these are the only ones.
sure, of
because
course, it's not an
I
exclusive. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
But
not in
these
every
are the
single
ones that
event,
you
so I don't
vetted.
know. But the ones that I've vetted,
Yes.
I'm currently still very active in the 50. Barb
Yes.
is
Oh yes,
incredible.
we love Barb.
Yep, Barb is amazing.
And huge, massive shout out to Sylvia from Access.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Access events are super responsible and have been so responsive to
That's really good to know.
them.
Mm-hmm.
She's incredible.
That's wonderful to know.
So those are my big events right now.
Yeah. Excellent. Yeah, I agree with you. I think it's so important to take a stand and just basically let people know, like, this is a line, and this is where things will not be tolerated.
Right.
Because social capital is the currency through which you can influence society when in a organic sort of fashion, and that's choosing who you choose to embrace, and who and why certain behaviors are to be not tolerated, because it's the only way we can actually create a society where everyone is welcome by shutting down intolerance. So
Right, and I am super opinionated on all of that. Like, I will not sit at the same table with somebody who's racist, sexist, bigoted in any way. I've actually gotten in my own store group and fought with customers because of different things, and I've had people send me note cards and notes being like, you're just alienating your own customers. But the thing is I don't necessarily need customers who are going to not support each other.
yeah.
And it's always been a huge rule with my bloggers too. Like, I have a zero bullying tolerance. If I see a blogger bullying another blogger, a customer, another brand, I eject them. I've done it before.
Mm-hmm.
And I would absolutely do it again, no matter how long they've been with me. I don't tolerate that. Sorry for the dog barking.
Oh, you're good.
We love the dog.
They're rustling.
We love the
but
dogs.
Cecilia, if you bully, we will eject you. But like I've always had this like zero tolerance policy, and it is one of the few ways where I have embraced like quote unquote celebrity, and I'm not afraid to pull my weight around in that way of like, I will not tolerate this person getting a spotlight turned on them if that's how they're going to treat other people in this game. So it's definitely a hard line for me.
I love that. Yeah, I mean that's we made it that decision very early on in our own like streaming and video creation that we weren't gonna shy away from being also very opinionated, even if it did alienate certain viewers. And it's like, well, we don't want those viewers anyway.
Exactly, and that's how I've been too. And I know that there were people that shop at my brand that will either that don't know that about me, or are a little bit more sly. Like I can't stop everybody from shopping, but I will take those sales and put them where I'll put their money where their mouth should be.
I love that.
So like I'm like, okay, well, you're going to be bigoted. Well, guess what? This money is going to Trevor Project. Like, you're going to say that about Palestine? Well, guess what? Here's some money for Palestine. Or it's like with the Palestine event, my customers went ballistic in my group. Like not all of them. A couple of them were very upset that I would support Palestine. And so I doubled down and I said, whatever money I raised from this event, I am going to give out of my own pocket too. I'm doubling that down. I do that every year with Pride events and Trevor Project. That's awesome. I try so hard to make sure that money is getting rotated into those causes that I fully believe in. Like free Palestine, free all of the Middle East. Trans rights are human rights, all of that. So if anybody's ever questioned where I stand, that is exactly where I stand.
There it is.
I'm standing there barefoot hippie, with all of my little progressive and liberal rights.
I love it. You're in good company with us.
Absolutely.
I'm aggressively anti-fascist and pro just all, every single group rights. And yeah, right now it's a kind of scary time as we're seeing the powers that be kind of flailing, trying desperately to divide so that they can hoard just a bit more wealth or do just a bit more imperialism. And it's like, just stop, let people vibe. We just want to like be able to live together and and create and have a good time and eat oranges or something. I feel like they've created such this perfect hostile environment where we're all pointing our fingers left, right, and center. We're all pointing at each other when it's a class war. We should be looking up. It is like the USA is just a corporation in a trench coat. Like this is our leading class. This is the billionaire class that have us down here pointing our fingers and saying, well, it's trans people in sports. It's Israel. It's Palestine. It's like, and that's not the case. Like in what universe is it okay to say that just because somebody is born in the wrong body, or because a woman loves a woman or a man loves a man, or because a child was born in Palestine, that they shouldn't exist? Like it's just so heartbreaking to me to think that, and to think that other people think that. So I've always tried to go above and beyond and like overcorrect for like on behalf of others. And I have been put in this very blessed situation in Second Life where I'm not a millionaire by any means, but I have a little bit more than I need. So I've always tried to put that back with the people that need it most. Yeah.
That's amazing.
I love that. I'm also gonna take the opportunity, just because I do, and I haven't done it recently, to shout out the group that I work with a lot, Food Not Bombs. I actually just ahead of this interview did my weekly route. We get food, clothing, supplies out to the unhoused or otherwise food insecure, which especially especially here in Florida is made up heavily of queer people and immigrants and such. And yeah, there's chapters all over the world, but a fan of the cause.
Yes, I did not know about that organization, and I'm glad that I do. Definitely going to be something that I'll look into later on. I'll take the opportunity to shout out a couple more people.
Yeah.
So on Thanksgiving, when the SNAP benefits ended, I decided that I was going to rotate some of that money, like a little bit of excess, into feeding people in my local community. And
Nice.
Big shout out to Ezra from Ray for volunteering to help with that. We're kind of local to each other in real life, so thank you for helping that. We were able to feed 35 people or 35 families.
That's so cool. That's so awesome. That is wonderful. And yeah, it makes such a difference. And like, I feel like some folks think like, they can't fix the world. Like they can't address world hunger. So they just kind of like, they get overwhelmed, or, whether it be hunger or bigotry or homelessness or whatever. And they get overwhelmed and just kind of shut down. But I do really genuinely feel like everyone can contribute in some way, and just doing what you can to help, even if it's just being opinionated.
Right. It
by
grows.
itself has material. Yeah, it does.
If you don't need to go out and change people's minds necessarily, and you don't need to go out and change the world, but you can make your little steps. You can feed your neighbor. You can you can point a friend to a food bank. You can give them a ride to the food bank or to the store, and you could help somebody else. You can tell them about a job listing you saw, or I don't know, even invite their kids over to play while they have to go out to an interview. Like, you can do these tiny little changes, these little microscopic favors that grow. They grow. And it's incredible to see things like that, because this past Thanksgiving I fed 30 families. And next Thanksgiving, who knows how that will grow. Because I personally saw at least 2 families invite friends over to share that food. So that it might have been 30 turkey dinners, but who knows the countless people that helped, and going forward that they will help when they are in a better situation themselves. So you can't change the world, but you can set off that butterfly effect. So you're never too small.
Yeah. I love that. I get a little distracted on these sort of subjects.
Okay.
I just realized that I was peeking back at like the question list. I was like, oh, we're way over here. I love it.
But that's what happens. The questions are just there as a guide. Like we say every time, we make questions. They may or may not all get asked, but this is what happens, and this is what we love about these interviews, is that they're just a natural conversation, and we just go where the conversation goes, and we love it every time.
Yes, absolutely. So, let's see. Let me ask this. Your as far as, and this is just swinging hard back into Second Life stuff. As technologies have kind of evolved and all that, and like, you know, we've got PBR coming, we've got other things coming up on the horizon, no doubt. Do you ever like find kind of the inherent disruption in the creative process? Do you find that like that it energizes you to kind of learn something new? Do you find it frustrating? Do you like being able to do newer stuff, or like to dabble in new things, or
It's a little of this, a little of that. Like
yeah.
sometimes it will fully disrupt in the
Mhm.
way that I've got a plan for making new HUDs, a new way to release things. Like, do I just
Mhm.
toss it out to people and hope that it sticks? Do I stick with the old for a little while and slowly trick them into going to the new? Or like reception is important as the creation.
Sure.
For the creation side, though, I do generally get very energized by this stuff. I love learning something. I love learning. If you
Okay.
ever
Yeah.
like want to hack your way into being my friend, teach me something. I love learning, like literally anything. It doesn't even need to be Second Life related. Just teach me a fun fact, and I am set.
Nice.
But
Love that.
I get very energized by learning anything. And so if you can teach me a new skill, especially, oh my goodness, I'm ready for that. So when it comes to things like that, when it comes to things like PBR, or even like as far back as Bento, and
Yes.
um, talking about like puppetry and stuff, like I don't even do animation, and I'm like, oh, tell me more about this. So I love watching Second Life march forward. I love getting to be a part of it. I love getting to learn it, and I love using it as an excuse to continue learning it.
If you as a creative chaos gremlin could tie down the Lindens and compel them to add something to Second Life or make some change to it, what would that look like? What would that be?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know, because I have been able to sit face to face with Brad and Philip and
This isn't
speak.
even the hypothetical. This is
This is not hypothetical. And I had enough ideas that Brad was even like, "Oh, you thought about this." So
nice.
I've had these opportunities.
Okay.
But when it comes to the technology and implementation, I would love to see puppetry. I think that would be great. Like, it doesn't necessarily do anything for clothing, but
Right.
I think it would just be so enriching for
Yeah.
the players of Second Life to have, and for people who make things like Animesh, especially shout out to the Teagles. They explained to me what the puppetry is. They to be able to like sit on your horse and like bounce, or maybe play with a dog, like pet a dog, even in a game, like that would be so fun. I log into Red Dead Redemption just to pet my dog. So if I could log into Second Life just to pet my dog, that would motivate me that much more to learn things like Animesh, or even just go out and be a supportive customer for other Animesh friends. So there, creatively, puppetry. I'm begging, please, with puppetry. I want it. But so I definitely want that.
Yes.
But one of the things that I harassed them for in person was I want them to restructure how land is not necessarily priced but sold. I don't feel it's like in Second Life's best interest or the customer's best interest to need to own a sim before you can own a homestead. So
Yeah.
I really wish that they would restructure that. I also wish that they would offer us more land types. Like, not a homestead is really big to only have 5,000 prims on it. I wish that they would allow us more. And now that Second Life is in the cloud, I do wish that they would think about those open space regions that they have. I don't know if you've heard of them, but for anybody who's listening that hasn't, they have what they call open space regions, and right now they're mostly utilized as like empty ocean on things like the Blake Sea. But they can hold, I think, 5 avatars at a time and up to 1,000 land impact. So my thinking is, if they would allow us to have open space, now that our sims are not on a physical drive, they're all in the cloud. If they would allow people to buy those open space regions and just set up a house with their like 3 or 4 friends, I think that would, sure, it would close up Second Life socially just a tiny bit, but I think it would allow people so much more freedom and privacy to do what they want to do, that it would kind of boost land sales, and also, like, so it would help Second Life, but it would help the customers live the life that they want to in Second Life. Like, not all of us want to go have a beach house on the Blake Sea. Some of us want to have a deserted island in the middle of the ocean and be little weirdos on it. And I think that both are valid.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with you. Given that you've been around SL as long as you have, I'm curious if you have thoughts on some of the new, I guess the term would be like kind of managed neighborhoods that are out there, like the one that we're in currently. But like the because this is,
I will pull back and show people we're in a Linden home. This is Tours Linden home. So,
yes. But like
I have a beach house. I ran to them the night that they were released, and I was lucky to get one like the night they were released.
Yeah.
And I love them, and I just wish there were more types. I desperately want one of the new houses that came out. If somebody ever finds a way to like give one, please, I want one. But I love them. I think that there's all types of people. Some of us want that little like community neighborhood, even though you can't control your neighbors. You can't do it in real life either. My neighbor in real life is a weirdo, but
Tour had conflict with a neighbor over here, so I get it.
Yeah. So like, there's, I don't know, I had a very hot pink light that shined inside of my beach house for a little while there, but I think that's kind of the fun of it.
Yeah.
A little bit. Like, it's sometimes you want your privacy and you want to have your little space away, but sometimes you want that, like, that little bit of chaos in your life. Like, it's just that uncontrollable silly little annoyance sometimes is very enriching. At least for me. That might just be me.
No, I agree with you. I have been kind of curious about this experiment because I like the idea of it very, very much, actually. But it also, they also seem to have not quite nailed how to get people to congregate. And I do wonder, like, what they might be able to do to make that actually happen. Because, like, the neighborhoods largely, like, not exclusively, but largely are kind of empty-ish. Like, they're all occupied, but you wouldn't know it walking through them most of the time.
Right, and it is such a hard thing to balance, I think. Because, sure, they could put up maybe, like, a little quiz that would put people who are a little bit more like-minded closer together. Like, okay, you want a beach house, what kind of things are you into? Like, what are your thoughts on this, and then stick them in a neighborhood together. Like, maybe that would be too structured.
I feel like
but
part of
right
it
now
is
too,
there's
it's not
really
enough.
I feel like part of it is there's not really communal spaces in these neighborhoods. Like,
I do wish that we could choose exactly what lot we were in, so that way we could like put our friends near each other too.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
even that is difficult.
Yeah.
So I understand like why this is so troublesome. Like we want those houses. Like we want a specific look and a specific aesthetic. And I definitely think that there's like a fear of missing out. Like I know that I just did it with that new shopping district that they put up.
Did you grab a spot?
Colorado? No.
Oh,
I was
no.
in Colorado when they listed them, so I missed it completely.
FOMO have hit you so hard, didn't
FOMO, yes. Like I still go and look for empty stores sometimes, but I'm just never there at the right time.
Yeah.
But like, so it's. I think that they're having like a little bit of a hard time finding like some sort of balance and some sort of way of getting like the right people in the right places. And I think that that's going to be an ongoing problem because Second Life is inherently a sandbox. Like they've just kind of given us tools to make this what we want it to be. And I think that idea has kind of been so successful for Second Life and its longevity that now we don't know how to get out of it. We are very like independent people that have like we somehow still builds community, but these little community projects are a little chaotic still, to say the least.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
See, I feel like they were doing or trying some more of that community angle work with like Belissaria, right? Like I feel like there's like hit and miss a little bit here and there. Like I feel like I've seen things. I think I want to say Silly Girl in the chat was commenting on having a trailer. I have a trailer too. Because I have the trailer, I think it's Belissaria or adjacent or something. I feel like I get these notices every now and again. But I feel like they try a little. But what you're describing is what I feel like attracts some people to like the roleplay communities to live in, right? Whether like I was attracted to one recently, which is the Valley, right? And so it's kind of like roleplay light, but you know, you have like communal things going on. Everything you're talking about is like in this little community. And so I too would like to see maybe SL bridge that divide with the way that they place residents, so we could, you know, develop more of these communities, because between Tor and I think we have 3 Linden homes and it's the same in, at least from my experience, in all 3. It's just kind of crickets, right? So it would be nice to see some more of that community in the Linden communities.
I snatched this one up like forever ago, and we only recently-ish actually turned it into
headquarters.
You know, this because it was just like sitting there collecting dust.
I don't think I even knew you had it, and you know what happens when I find out you have property.
Yeah, you're like, we gotta do something.
We gotta
with
make
that.
it work.
What are we doing?
We gotta give it a purpose. Yeah.
I'm always down.
I know that they're trying to work on that a little bit with the welcome islands and the
those
new
are
welcome
so
areas
much better.
for mobile viewer.
Yeah.
I know that they are working with creators on some of these places too. Like Bad Unicorn just did a really cool racetrack style thing.
Yeah.
So I know that they're working on that, and I do wonder if maybe that will filter the right people into some of these communities and sort of like foster a sense of community. And I'm looking forward to these changes that they're doing.
Yeah.
I
we've peeked at like the new welcome islands and such, and it's such a better user experience for new arrivals than it was back when we all got started.
Yeah, but I agree with you, Riot. They are doing a better job in trying to bring people with similar interests together through those onboarding, like welcoming experiences, and you know, just getting to see the variety of ones out there that people have offered to them when they're creating their accounts, I think is a step in the right direction for sure.
Right, because you know what it is, and I've been like screaming this from the rooftops for as long as I can remember. They are finally listening to creators.
Yep.
The leadership is meeting with creators now, like both in real life and in meetings, and they're taking our input because we are able to listen to all of our customers and what they want and what they need, and we're also able to think of what we want and what we need, and we're able to pass that on to the leadership and say, hey, like, I'm sorry, but your welcome islands suck. Or like right before, like last year, I sat face to face with Brad and said, hey, can we do something about these bodies? Because these welcome bodies they're ugly.
Oh my gosh, yes.
He spit taked at me, but
they are game changers. That
like,
whole
The new bodies are so
I'm
great.
Game
so
changers.
They're so
glad.
good.
Like,
Game
and finally,
changers.
they teamed up with all of these clothing brands. They teamed up
Yes.
with Stealthic. They teamed up with Legacy. They put out these amazing new packs for people. Now we just need them to put them on the avatars as they log in, so people don't have to do it themselves.
But I think
we're getting there.
did
We're
get
getting
to that
there.
point.
They're listening.
Didn't they get to that point
listening.
though? Because that was the like one of the main pieces of feedback / criticism was that you have these amazing welcome kits, but they're still buried in the library where nobody looks. And
I couldn't even find them at first.
Yeah.
And I've been in here forever.
But I feel like they've been elevated since. Yeah.
Like they're listening and they're working on it, and that's I think what matters. For me, it does set up a nice kind of like hopeful, warm, fuzzy feeling for the future of Second Life. Like right now, we're just in a rough patch where we're still working on these things. And as people come up with more and more ideas, at least the leadership right now is very receptive to ideas that people have, and it makes a massive difference. Yes.
So let's see. So let's talk. Let's shift gears slightly to get to the near future. First of all, do you have any projects with Riot that you're currently working on, or events that you're getting ready for that you're very excited about and would love to talk about or plug or?
Ooh. I'm not really sure yet. I'm the type of person that'll be like, deadline's coming, let's start thinking about what we're doing. So for my own personal projects, I don't really have any ideas imminently.
Okay.
I do have an idea for an event that I have started working on, and I'm going to be sending out invitations to creators soon. And I know I can hear you guys all saying like, oh no, another one. But this one is different. This one is really different. So without giving too much away just yet, my idea is it's just a passion project. We'll see how it goes. I recently did a project with other creators. I invited a whole bunch of brands that like I vaguely knew or I didn't know at all, and they approached me to work together on one idea. And for me, that was so fun to do and so fun to set up. And it was a little chaotic because we all had to like go around to each other's stores and put these items out and make sure that we all had them. So that was a little bit chaotic, but it led to me thinking of an event idea. I think the working name right now is Capsule, where I would invite several different well-known creators and encourage them to invite other like friends, other smaller brands, even other big brands, it doesn't matter, to all come together on one theme that they can all put items into. So for me, it would be a clothing piece. I would pick the theme as the sponsor and then approach a makeup brand, a tattoo brand, a jewelry brand, whatever, to make sure that this idea comes together and comes to fruition.
Okay.
And I think it would be so fun for the creators and so fun for the customers. And I think it would pull people out of that same mundane, like, okay, here's a deadline, I'm working alone on this again. I love collaboration.
Yes, this is like
fostering community. So like this is up my alley.
Yeah, because like normally a collab is just like two creators sometimes working together on an item. This you're talking like building a whole look, with each person kind of contributing a part of it. If I'm hearing that you're correct,
right? So
that's
I would
really
invite.
Cool.
I would invite a brand that makes a house, and they would choose the building that they want to make, and maybe invite somebody who makes plants, and somebody who makes lights, and somebody who makes wall textures or something, and like all come together to make this one idea and bring this all and kind of bring their own spark to the collaboration.
That's really cool.
And create these little capsule projects.
I love it. I absolutely love the idea.
That sounds like a fun event. I'd love to see it.
Yeah, absolutely. I would definitely I'd definitely go in on a capsule. That sounds really neat.
I've got the sim. I have the team. We are working. Like capsule's gonna be a thing. I just don't know like the ADHD of it all. I'm hoping for end of summer, early fall, and bring it together.
Okay. Very, very cool. Okay. And let's see. What about as far as like in the next few, like a little bit further out, is there anything that you kind of want to do differently or branch into with Riot, like either style-wise or something that maybe isn't even clothing over the next few years? Or are you in your happy place at the moment with where things are?
I'm a little bit in my happy place. I'm always like looking to branch out and change things up just a little bit. I've been toying with a couple different ideas, and I've been trying to learn a little bit more skills. I've teased it a couple times, so I have made Cecilia as a 3D model, and I want to bring it to Second Life, but I'm like, do I really want an Animesh animal brand? Like, so there's like little projects that I'll probably do, and there have been times where I've wanted to like dip my toe into something without people knowing it's me. So I've like ghost worked with other people before.
Interesting.
And I'm sure I'll do that again, because I do love stretching my wings a little bit and trying something new.
Yeah.
But I don't always want to fully commit to it, so I'll probably keep doing that. We'll see. We will see.
That's awesome.
I keep saying it, the ADHD of it all. I will just keep exploring like what I want to do and how my mind changes and how things evolve. Like maybe it will branch into some more with Second Life, and maybe it'll branch a little bit more into real life a little bit. But real life always kind of arches back to Second Life for me.
Yeah. Very, very good. I feel like I'm winding down on questions at this point. Is there anything further that, Consuela, you'd like to ask?
I think you've done a great job of walking through the general categories. I've been watching your mouse click all over this document, and that amuses me. Our background behind the scenes where we have our questions is like bouncing all over the place. So that's how you operate your...
Yes, it is.
That's how you roll. You're like a mad clicker navigator. So yeah, you've gone through that beautifully. I think you've touched on a lot of amazing things with Riot. I guess I would just want to ask Riot if there's anything that we didn't touch on in this time with you that you want to give some space to at all, anything at all in your mind, or other areas you want to discuss before we wrap things up.
I'm not sure. You guys did an amazing job. So I think we've covered all bases. I think maybe what I want to say most is if you are another creator, an event owner, whatever, like wherever you are in Second Life, if you ever think that my chaos might be able to teach you something or give you advice or help you out in any way, please feel free to reach out. I know that being the person I am, of course, rumors have gone around about me and like what people think I am, or maybe somebody is a little salty, so they say this or that. But like, I promise you, I'm a very nice person.
Clearly.
And I will always like lend a hand wherever I can.
I feel like this interview, if anyone has sat through it to hear this pitch, I think that has put to bed any rumors about you.
I would agree.
I hope so.
This is evidence that the rumors are false. So.
Like, I promise I'm a little weird, but I'm nice.
A little weird is good.
We love weird and nice.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you would want to ask us? I would sometimes like to open that up to flip the microphone for some reason. Some people do, some people don't.
What is it that made you guys start giving these interviews to people? And what is your thought process when you're inviting a brand? Is it people that you enjoy shopping from, or is it maybe people that you've seen around?
So, Tour, do you want to take turns on this, or?
Sure.
Great question, by the way.
It is a great question. Behind the brand itself kind of branched from our broader channel, which fundamentally what we want to do with our channel is to celebrate Second Life. We saw that there's a number of YouTube channels out there that maybe don't show it with the most positive light. There's
trolls.
Yeah, there's trolls,
Griefers.
and trolls get clicks and such, and or people that are just a little bit more sardonic about things, and we just wanted to really put out their more positive energy, because we love this weird, wonderful world, and all of the like creators and stuff that make literally every every object that you ever interact with in the world, which is just mind-blowing to even think about. So that was kind of a central theme of the channel. And then at some point we kind of were like, well, we'd like to really sit down with and get to know creators a little bit better, and be able to show a little bit more about things about them, about their background, and really kind of humanize them in ways that there's not really much opportunity to do under normal circumstances. Like I said, there's just kind of most of the time the interaction that a consumer has with a creator is they buy stuff and they're either happy with it or they're not, and that's it. So there's kind of this disconnect where it removes the person from the experience. And I feel like obviously there are some people that are just rotten people that just act out, but I feel like that process and that mindfulness, at least the hope is that it will make people start thinking a little bit more about the human beings behind their creations, and not only make them appreciate the work that goes into things a bit more, but also maybe have a bit more patience and grace when interacting with creators. And also selfishly, we really just like to get to know the folks that make the stuff we love.
Yeah.
So that's a side benefit.
That's a great.
I love that, and I appreciate it.
He did a great job answering that for the both of us. I think as far as like what designers, typically it does come from designers that we have come across in our various like shopping adventures. We do have friends and people from the channel making suggestions. I do make notes of all of those so that we can reach out to folks. We have reached out to a fair, handful of designers that are just too shy for this, that they, they're like, thanks, but no, I could never, right? And we would absolutely respect that. And actually, I was trying to think of an angle to still spotlight and feature those designers and Tour and I think you and I have maybe talked about this a little bit, but I was thinking more like, collecting their answers maybe in written form and like just hanging out in their store and like talking about them based on what they shared so that people can get a little bit of an idea, because we as consumers in Second Life have found this to be true among our friends and people that we know as well, where we're just genuinely curious about the people who make our favorite things. And we're not trying to be intrusive. We just want to know a little bit more about you and just understand you a little bit better, maybe feel closer to you as fans of your brand, and then just share the folks and the designers and things that we've come across with other residents of the grid. And I keep in mind newer residents as well, so that they can maybe try to fast track them a little bit, as far as like, look, check out this cool stuff. If our videos help anybody learn how to navigate Second Life, because it is such a steep learning curve, then we're happy to do that. So just adding on that little bit to Tour's very eloquent answer, I'm very glad I let him go first.
I do have one more thing to add, because it just scratched at the back of my skull, and I don't want to forget it. Behind the Brand specifically spawned kind of by accident, because of Mad P, and I have to shout out Mad P here, because they asked us to do a panel, where we got to talk to 3 creators. Yeah, it was a designer panel, so we were kind of hosting it.
But to be fair, that was something you and I were already talking about. Like, it was a plan on our, one of our many ideas, and that hadn't come to fruition yet. So Mad P was kind of like the spark that got it going. Yeah.
So we did the panel, and then we're like, okay, well, I mean, fate demands that this become a thing now, so it became a thing.
Yeah,
I love that. And on the flip side of the coin, so many creators are like the ones that aren't shy, but even them, we're always trying to find ways to connect with our customers in a way that isn't scary to our little introverted sensibilities. But it's so hard because everybody's split among so many different platforms, and we're so busy and don't always have time to just hang out in our groups and chat with people. And you guys have asked so many questions that I don't think my group ever would have asked, or I would have ever had the opportunity to answer. So it's been a great way to try to connect with like everybody all at once in whatever way that can be done. So I very much appreciate you guys asking me here. I think this has been so great, and for other creators, I very much encourage you to try.
Yeah, and we keep sending out feelers, and like I said, we welcome people can either make comments on the video, you can send me direct messages. I have all my contact information in the description, so I'm always open to all of that. So I'll take note, add it to the list, and when we're doing our outreach, I'll be sure to hit on those folks as well, in terms of coming to an interview, not hit on in another way,
Yeah.
So
I think that's awesome.
So then that sounds like we're ready for thank yous.
We're ready for thank yous.
Okay, I actually was preparing myself with all the folks who were chatty. I wrote a list this time because I'm always not ready for this part. But we've had a lot of people chatty in our stream chat, which I want to make sure I shout out. So I see one more subscriber closer to 700. Thanks, Silly Girl. You'll be the first one I shout out right now. So Silly Girl was in the chat. Luscious Giano, Perfectionist Esperanza, George, is it Boga Joe? I'm sorry if I'm saying any names wrong. Veronica Nightfire, Lark, Mythic Family, Red Girl SL, Winglefowl, Toxic, Masumi, Akimo the Only, Adelaide Noel, Bastette Music, PK Schneider, and Moonchild Percy. And of course, Riot and Frackle, who were in the chat. So I want to thank all of you for chatting us up on the stream. I want to thank anybody like Silly Girl who decided to become one more subscriber closer to 700. That makes me so happy. Make sure, share with friends, share this stream, watch it back, share it with friends. Everybody needs to get to know Riot. And I'm just grateful for everybody who spends time with us. So thank you.
We'll see you in the next one.
And Riot, did you have any thank yous? I know we didn't.
Thank you both for inviting me to this. And thank you to absolutely every single person that's ever shopped at Riot, even if you've been a little mean to me.
Well, even if they were, their monies were redirected for whatever reason.
Yes.
So, yes.
Like, I'm just eternally thankful that I've been given this opportunity and this platform.
We're happy to have you. All right, Tour, go ahead, do your ending part again, and I'll close the stream down after that, I promise.
And we'll really see you in the next video.
Bye.
Bye.